The Conjuring. Last Rites is officially bringing the Warrens' terrifying journey to an end. And the trailer just dropped a bombshell, a demonic vendetta, a haunted past, and one final case that could cost them everything. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. This isn't just another ghost story. This is the final battle for Ed and Lorraine Warren, and it might be their most personal, most dangerous, and possibly their last. From the real-life horrors of the Smurl haunting to the chilling clues hidden in the trailer, we're diving deep into the biggest theories, predictions, and secrets behind The Conjuring. Last Rites. Who or what has been waiting so patiently for Lorraine? Why is this case different from all the rest? And could the franchise really end with the death of one of its legendary leads? Grab your rosary, check your mirrors, and let's uncover everything we know about The Conjuring. Last Rites. This is going to be dark.
Mommy! Anything can happen.
The Smurl haunting, a dark real-life case. One of the most intriguing revelations from the trailer is that The Conjuring, Last Rites will center around the infamous Smurl haunting, taking place in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. The case spanned 15 years, beginning in the 1970s and reaching its terrifying climax in 1986. The very year the Warrens were officially brought in, the family reported extreme and disturbing paranormal activity, including mysterious voices, foul odors, violent apparitions, and even claims of sexual assaults by invisible entities. This case has long been regarded as one of the Warrens' most controversial investigations, with skeptics calling it a hoax, while others believe it to be one of the most terrifying hauntings in American history. The fact that Last Rites will draw from this case gives the film a dark, visceral foundation, promising a story that's both emotionally intense and deeply horrifying.
I've been waiting so patiently for you.
A new evil emerges, and it's personal. The trailer sets the tone right from the start, with Ed Warren giving a tour of their room of cursed artifacts. Fans of the franchise will immediately recognize iconic relics like Annabelle and the painting of Valak, a nod to the interconnected stories that have defined this cinematic universe. However, this tour is quickly interrupted by a new evil presence, one that appears to be far more threatening than anything the Warrens have faced before. According to both director Michael Chavez and actress Vera Farmiga, this entity has a personal vendetta against the Warrens. Chavez has gone on record calling this the darkest thing we've ever seen in the series. This demon, it seems, isn't just haunting a family or location, it's hunting Ed and Lorraine themselves. That revelation opens the door to countless theories. Has this demon been present in previous films, hidden in the background, waiting for its moment? Could this be a culmination of all the cursed objects and demonic forces they've battled over the years? Whatever the answer, this isn't just another case, it's their final reckoning. Visions, hauntings, and terrifying symbolism. The trailer teases a series of unsettling and symbolic images that hint at the psychological depth and spiritual danger of this case. Lorraine Warren sees a ghostly hand resting on their daughter Judy's shoulder. A young girl is tormented by floating dolls before a demonic woman emerges. A sink fills with blood. A woman is trapped among endless copies of her reflection. All of these moments suggest that the film will explore not just physical manifestations of evil, but also psychological warfare. Lorraine's powers as a clairvoyant have been both a gift and a curse throughout the series, and it appears that the demon in Last Rites knows how to manipulate her deeply. The trailer's ominous tagline, "Discover why this case was their last," adds an air of finality and dread to every frame. It's a clear signal to fans that not everyone may make it out alive.
Patiently for you.
The Warrens at a crossroads. Another key point revealed in behind-the-scenes interviews is that Ed and Lorraine are contemplating retirement. After years of risking their lives to fight dark forces, they're finally considering walking away. Producer Peter Safran commented that they're both contemplating hanging it up, but their innate goodness won't let them abandon people in need. This inner conflict may be central to the film's emotional arc. There's also a symbolic tension here, the idea that stepping away from their duty may have made them vulnerable to this final threat. If the evil they're facing has been waiting for years, perhaps it waited until the Warrens' defenses were down to strike. This adds complexity to their characters and gives the film a weight beyond its supernatural scares. It's not just a ghost story, it's a reflection on legacy, sacrifice, and the cost of devoting one's life to fighting darkness.
Everything you see in here is either haunted.
Theories on Ed or Lorraine's death, perhaps the biggest question surrounding The Conjuring. Last Rites is whether Ed or Lorraine, or possibly both, will die in the film. The trailer goes out of its way to imply a tragic ending. There is a scene of Ed at a funeral. There's the eerie demonic whisper to Lorraine, we've been waiting so patiently for you. And there's the overarching sense that this evil isn't just trying to scare the Warrens, it wants to destroy them. In the previous film, The Devil Made Me Do It, Ed suffered from heart problems, signaling a decline in his health. Could that setup have been planting the seeds for his death in this film? From a narrative perspective, ending the saga with the death of one of the Warrens would carry enormous emotional weight. It would be a powerful and dramatic way to close out the story, and it would tie into modern cinematic trends seen in franchises like James Bond and the MCU, where final entries often include the loss of a beloved protagonist.
Something's different.
Staying true to real life or not. Of course, in real life, Ed Warren died in 2006 and Lorraine in 2019. Some fans argue that killing off either character in a film set in 1986 would feel disrespectful or historically inaccurate. But it's important to remember that the Conjuring films have never been rigid with the facts. They have always taken creative liberties, sometimes dramatically altering the truth of the Warrens' cases to increase tension and horror. Using the film to give a thematic or symbolic death to one of the characters, even if it's not literal, could be a respectful way to show the end of their paranormal journey. Perhaps it won't be a death in the physical sense, but rather a retirement, exile, or sacrifice that metaphorically marks the end of their era. Still, it's entirely possible that the film could go bold and emotional, giving Ed or Lorraine a climactic and tragic send-off. If handled carefully, it could resonate powerfully with fans, especially if it ties into the demonic vendetta hinted at in the trailer.
Anything can happen.
The Conjuring Universe after Last Rites. Even though Last Rites is the end of the main Conjuring storyline, the larger universe isn't going anywhere. A Conjuring TV series is currently in development for Max, and the spin-off franchises, Annabelle, The Nun, are still going strong. There's no doubt Warner Bros. Sees long-term potential in this universe. However, future installments may have to move forward without Ed and Lorraine Warren. If this truly is their final case, the franchise will need new leads, new investigators, new threats, and perhaps a fresh tone. The success of characters like Sister Irene in The Nun 2 suggests that the universe can evolve beyond its original stars while staying true to its creepy roots.
My name is Ed Warren, here with my wife Lorraine.
Our nerdy thoughts. The Conjuring Last Rites has all the ingredients to deliver a powerful, terrifying, and emotionally resonant finale. It promises to revisit the franchise's most iconic elements while diving into a story that's more personal and menacing than anything that's come before. The Smurl haunting provides a chilling, real-world foundation, and the hints of a demon with a grudge elevate the stakes beyond a typical haunted house story. Whether Ed or Lorraine survives, their legacy will be felt. For over a decade, audiences have followed them through terrifying exorcisms, cursed dolls, satanic cults, and malevolent nuns. Their bond, their faith, and their courage have been the heart of this franchise. And now, as we approach the final chapter, all that remains is to see how their story ends. The Conjuring Last Rites releases in theaters in September 2025. Until then, horror fans will continue theorizing, predicting, and bracing for the end of an era. What are your thoughts? Do you think Ed or Lorraine will die in Last Rites, or will the film find another way to close their story? Let us know in the comments below.